Hey guys, thanks for joining me again on the Lisa Sports Show. Right, I'm back again with this Crystal Palace UEFA case where Crystal Palace were relegated from the Europa League to go and play in the Conference League because they and Lyon were owned by the same company. So now UEFA's rules stated that two clubs owned by the same entity to a certain degree of influence could not compete in the same tournament, in the same European tournament. So they decided that, you know what, Crystal Palace, because they qualified due to them winning the FA Cup. So one of their, perks was, being able to go and play in the Europa League. So because of this case, they were demoted. You don't qualify because your owner Texter own Lyon as well, and two of you can play in the same league, but because you are lower, you are going out. So they went to the Court of Arbitration and appealed this decision. Court of Arbitration have not upheld their complaint because Texter owned 43% of shares in Crystal Palace. Palace argued that they did not have decisive influence over the club. That didn't hold water. The company actually sold their shares in June, which is only a few months ago, I think, trying to get compliant with the rules, probably try to do some sort of back deal. Because when this thing happened to Manchester City, when Girona were also in the same position, their company, which obviously owns both Man City and Girona, figured it out earlier and they sold their shares earlier so that they could both be able to compete in the same tournament. And they argued basically, Palace saying that it's not fair, you let these other teams play, blah, 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 blah. But then again, when you do these things, you have to be cleverer, I think, and your lawyers and your advisors need to be on the ball a lot quicker. It's a huge shame because what Palace did last season was incredible and they deserve to play at least in the Europa League. They're still going to be playing in Europe, but in a much lower tournament, which they probably have got a better chance of winning. But if you see what they did to Liverpool the other day, where they took Liverpool to the end, went to penalties, managed to win the Charity Shield, which is like the community shield now. Cup games are just that, go there, they might be the ones winning the Europa League at the end of this coming 2025-2026 season. But the Court of Arbitration did not uphold their complaint. So it's confirmed that they have been relegated to the Conference League. A huge shame for Palace, but I've got a feeling now that a player like Eze will be looking for a way out. The good thing now is Eze has seen what Spurs just did and did a Spursy when they played PSG. So hopefully he's not going to be looking at Spurs, but looking at Arsenal. Another thing is he won't be able to hold a team like Spurs over Arsenal to say, you know what, I've got options. Because if you are going to choose Spurs over Arsenal, you probably shouldn't be playing for Arsenal in the first place. I mean, come on, give me a break. But regardless, it's a huge blow. I feel sorry for the fans, but they'll still be going to Europe, playing games in Europe, playing on Thursday and crazy nights in the week. And yeah, it's something for them to look forward to and something else to sort of aspire to. Now they've got that problem out of the way. They're not owned by an owner with multiple stakes in big teams anymore. They've done their paperwork. Hopefully, if they can do what they did last season, this time, it might work in their favor and actually qualify properly. So a huge shame. I was really rooting for them because for me, I want, people to win on the pitch and not in the courts. You don't want people winning in the court and or losing their spots in tournaments, in big tournaments through the courts. So yeah, a huge shame. But yeah, so that's it for Palace. We'll be seeing you in the Conference League. And congratulations anyway for beating Liverpool in the Community Shield. Right, thanks for joining me on Dalisa Sports Show. Do not forget to like and subscribe to all my channels across YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Right, see you later.